Welcome back to Friends with Benefits, where the news is fast, the cars are fierce, and the commentary is, well, let's just say it's more entertaining than your GPS telling you to make a U-turn. Today's episode is packed tighter than a crowded parking lot, and we've got some awesome stories lined up for you. First up, BMW is back in the spotlight with the new M5. Yes, they're taking luxury performance to another level. Then Volkswagen is channeling the spirit of adventure with a throwback to their Scout days, but this time they're going full electric. Because who says nostalgia can't be eco-friendly? We'll also be diving into the sleek and sophisticated 2025 Porsche Panamera GTS, which has enough personality to make you forget all about that boring sedan in your driveway. And speaking of surprises, Toyota's beloved GR Corolla is getting an automatic transmission. Cue the gas from the manual purists. But wait, there's more. We've got spy shots of Lexus pushing the new LFA Successor, the LFR, at Nürburgring. It's like watching a wild animal get ready to pounce. Oh, and in the "Are you serious, car" department, the Carnival is making headlines for, of all things, dangerous sliding doors. Yup, you heard that right. Lastly, Hyundai's turning heads with their latest Rolland test lab, and it's got more gadgets than a spy movie. Buckle up. Just kidding, no need for that cliche. We're about to dive into a world where the smell of burning rubber and new car interiors rule the road. Let's get started. So BMW has unleashed their latest M5, and the verdict? This thing is the automotive equivalent of a tuxedo-clad MMA fighter. Elegant on the outside, but one wrong move, and it's ready to knock your socks off. Top Gear took the M5 for a spin, and here's the lowdown. Under the hood, it's packing a twin-turbo V8 with 617 horsepower, which means it's basically saying, I'm classy, but I'll still drag race you at the drop of a hat. BMW's legendary engineering shines through. This car is fast, but it's not just about speed. The handling is so precise, it's like BMW handed it a laser pointer and said, follow the line. Even in corners, it grips the road tighter than a toddler clings to a candy bar. This car isn't just about power, it's about control. But let's not forget the luxury side of things. The interior, plush leather, tech everywhere you look, and enough gadgets to make James Bond jealous. Yet even with all that comfort, it still gives off that subtle don't mess with me vibe. You can comfortably take your grandma to brunch in this thing. Just don't tell her you can hit 60 miles per hour faster than it takes to sip her tea. In Top Gear's review, they pretty much loved it. They said the M5 is as refined as it is ruthless. A car that whispers premium, but isn't afraid to shout when you hit the gas. It's a masterclass in blending luxury with aggression, like serving caviar with a side of hot wings. What do you think, folks? Is the 2024 M5 the perfect balance of sophistication and savagery? Or does it make you miss the days when BMW just built the driver's cars? Let me know in the comments, and don't worry, I won't judge if you say you'd buy it just to scare your neighbors. I'm a big fan of it myself. Just like when the new M2 was revealed and the M4, lots of people talked about how ugly it looked, but years after, people are starting to see how amazing they are. So maybe BMW knows what they're doing, people. As my friends say, let them cook. So this one caught my eye, and I just had to share it. Volkswagen has brought back the classic Scout brand, and they've given it a serious 21st century makeover. There's just something about a classic car getting a modern twist. It's like your grandpa suddenly rocking the latest tech gadgets while still telling you about the good old days. VW is taking that vintage Scout spirit and shoving it full of electric goodness. They've revealed 2 new EVs under the Scout name, and I have to admit, they look rugged in the most Instagram-worthy way possible. These things are boxy, bold, and scream, I'm outdoorsy, but I also have a Netflix subscription. It's as if they're saying, I could get muddy, but let's not kid ourselves. My weekends involve more coffee shops than mountain trails. What's on offer? Well, VW is taking the Scout badge seriously. The design is an homage to the old school off-roaders, with modern touches like sharp LED lights and sleek lines. These EVs are basically promising you all the adventure vibes without the gas station pit stops. Think classic CV shape, but powered by the kind of batteries that'll make Tesla wonder if they should up their game. Top Gear's first look at these new Scouts had them buzzing, and honestly, I get it. There's a kind of coolness in mixing rugged nostalgia with cutting-edge tech. The Scout EVs are here to make you feel like you're reliving the days of classic off-roading, just without the fumes and with way better playlists. So here's the real question. Would you take one of these on an actual adventure, or are they destined to spend more time outside the local cafe than in the wild? Let me know what you think. Does a modernized classic get your engine revving, or is it just a nostalgia trip with a plug? After seeing this, I reserved one. It's only $100 to reserve your spot, so I'm looking forward to hitting the dirt roads, looking cool and mean at the same time. I might finally be able to challenge the Land Cruiser, the Jeep Wrangler, the Rivian, and the Ford Bronco off-roading. Can't wait. Okay, Porsche has done it again, and this time they've built a machine that's as refined as it is ridiculously fun. We're talking about the 2025 Panamera GTS, a car that's decided to redefine what it means to be a luxury sedan with an attitude problem. And folks, let's talk about the real star here, the suspension system. This car isn't just fast, it's got moves. Porsche and the VW group have cooked up a suspension setup that feels like they hired a team of gymnasts to engineer it. Imagine this, you're driving a car that can be as smooth as a ballerina, but when you want to throw it into a corner, it grips tighter than a toddler to a candy bar. The Panamera's adaptive suspension has 3 settings: comfort, sport, and hold my drink. Watch this. It's got air springs that adjust to every bump and curve, practically reading the road like it's a novel. The Panamera GTS's handling is what makes this car special. It's big, it's heavy, but Porsche's wizardry with the suspension makes it feel light on its feet. It's like they took a heavyweight boxer and taught them ballet. Still powerful, but way more graceful than it should be. That crazy suspension tech makes you wonder if the car is reading your mind when you're carving up those corners. And the review? The folks at Car and Driver were impressed. They said the Panamera GTS is the perfect blend of Porsche performance with enough luxury to make you feel like royalty. It's the car that lets you destroy a track day and then comfortably cruise home, all while feeling like you're floating on a cloud. So what do you think? Is Porsche's Panamera GTS the ultimate blend of comfort and speed, or is it just over-the-top luxury with a need for speed? Drop your thoughts below. Would you take this techno dance machine for a spin, or is all that fancy suspension just a bit too much tech for a sedan? Toyota is making waves with the 2025 GR Corolla, and the big news? It's going automatic. For the manual purists out there, try not to panic, but this is actually a brilliant move. Toyota is basically saying, why should the stick-shift crowd have all the fun? By introducing an automatic version, they're opening up the GR Corolla's turbocharged, corner-hugging joy to a whole new audience. Drivers who love speed but don't want to work a third pedal. This little hot hatch is already known for being a blast to drive, and now it's like Toyota just handed out free passes to the party. They've made it more accessible for folks who want to enjoy the thrill without worrying about mastering the clutch game. And honestly, that's not a bad thing. It means more people can experience the GR Corolla's high revving engine, its incredible grip, and its throw it around a corner like you mean it attitude. The automatic transmission itself isn't just an afterthought. Toyota put in the work to make sure this gearbox is just as engaging as the manual. The new transmission comes with paddle shifters, so you can still pretend you're in a race car without worrying about stalling at a red light. Car and Driver's review said the automatic keeps the fun factor alive, just with a bit less legwork. This move is all about making the GR Corolla a hot hatch that everyone can get excited about, whether you're a gear shifting pro or someone who just wants to mash the gas and go. And for Toyota, it's a smart play to bring even more enthusiasts into the GR fold. So what's the verdict? Are you excited about the GR Corolla going automatic, or do you think Toyota's stepping too far from its manual roots? Let me know in the comments if you're team manual or if you're all in for the automatic. No judgment here, just a whole lot of turbocharged fun. Oh man, this one hit me right in the nostalgia. Lexus's upcoming LFA successor, rumored to be called the LFR, has been caught testing at Nürburgring, and I'm feeling like a kid again. The LFA was one of those cars that made you want to plaster posters on your bedroom walls, and now it's like the dream is coming back to life. Lexus is bringing back that same energy with a modern twist, and I'm here for it. From what we can see, this LFR is going to be a serious contender. It's got a sleek, aggressive design that's like a stealth fighter jet, and a supercar had a baby. And that sound, even in its testing phase, the engine sounds incredible, like it's gearing up to challenge the best out there. This is going to be one of those cars you'll hear before you see, and that's just how I like it. The LFA was already a masterpiece, and Lexus is doubling down with this new version. Rumors suggest that the LFR will pack hybrid tech, giving it a mix of old school roar and new age power. Seeing it blast around the Nürburgring in full testing mode has me counting down the days until we get a full reveal. If the final design is as good as what we're seeing so far, Lexus is going to have something truly special on their hands. So what do you think? Does the LFR have what it takes to live up to the LFA's legendary status, or is it all hype? I'm buzzing with excitement. Let me know if you are too. Drop a comment on whether you think Lexus is about to hit another home run, or if you're holding out for the final reveal before making any judgments. This one's going to be a wild ride. So Kia is in hot water, and it's all because of their minivan, the Carnival. Apparently those fancy sliding doors are a little too independent for their own good. We're talking about doors that don't seem to know the meaning of stay closed. And now Carnival owners are suing Kia because these doors are turning everyday errands into high-stakes adventures. Here's the deal. Kia issued a recall to fix the problem with these mischievous sliding doors, but it seems like the doors didn't get the memo. The recall didn't quite do the trick, and now frustrated Carnival owners are banding together to take Kia to court, saying enough is enough. It's like a bad horror movie, the doors that wouldn't behave. Except this time, it's happening in parking lots across America. For a minivan that's supposed to be the ultimate family-friendly vehicle, this is the last kind of drama you'd expect. One minute you're loading up groceries, the next, the door's sliding open like it's trying to join the latest Ghostbusters reboot. The lawsuit claims that the faulty doors pose a real danger, especially to kids and anyone who just wants to get from point A to point B without an unexpected stop at the ER. So what do you think? Is this lawsuit justified, or are the doors just misunderstood? If you've ever had a car that seems to have a mind of its own, you probably understand the frustration. Drop a comment if you think Kia is in trouble here, or if you're rooting for the doors to finally behave. Hyundai has just unveiled something that has car fans buzzing, a rolling test lab that feels like it rolls straight out of a sci-fi movie. This is not just another concept car, it's a fully functioning research lab on wheels. It's like they decided to take every cutting-edge technology they could think of, throw it into a car and see what happens. And honestly, the result is nothing short of a masterpiece. This rolling lab is packed with experimental tech that hints at what Hyundai's future cars will look like. We're talking about everything from next-gen batteries and electric motors to advanced aerodynamics and driver assistance systems that feel like something out of a spy movie. It's a car that's designed to be a playground for innovation, testing the limits of what's possible on four wheels. What's really impressive is the way Hyundai is using this lab to perfect the future of electric driving. They're not just building a car, they're building a blueprint for what the cars of tomorrow will be like. It's like they're saying, here's a sneak peek at what's next. And what's next looks incredibly bright. No clunky prototypes here. This thing is sleek, fast, and packed with more tech than a superhero's gadget belt. I have to say, this is one of those cars that just makes you stop and appreciate how far automotive tech has come. It's proof that the future of cars isn't just electric. It's smarter, cooler, and more exciting than ever before. What do you think? Is Hyundai's rolling lab a glimpse of the future you're excited to drive, or does it feel like we're moving too fast? Let me know in the comments if this kind of innovation has you excited, or if you're still holding out for flying cars. We're almost there. Well, folks, that's the grand tour of today's car news on Friends with Benefits. We went from BMW's latest powerhouse, giving us goosebumps, to Volkswagen bringing back the Scout like it's the 70s all over again, but with a 2024 twist. We felt the luxury and thrill of Porsche's Panamera GTS, raised some eyebrows at Toyota's automatic GR Corolla, who knew, and got a sneak peek at Lexus's next generation LFA flexing its muscles at Nürburgring. And let's not forget Kia's legal troubles with their uncooperative sliding doors. Who knew doors could be the villain in this story? Plus, Hyundai showed off their futuristic playground on wheels, leaving us all wondering what they'll come up with next. If you had a good time, don't forget to subscribe to Friends with Benefits for more of the latest car news, insane reveals, and a few laughs along the way. Drop a comment on your favorite story. Was it BMW's power play, or maybe that Porsche glamour? Or perhaps you're just here for the door drama? No judgment. Remember, we're all about that car community spirit, so join the family and let's make car culture as fun as it deserves to be. Until next time, keep your eyes on the road, your hands on the wall, and your heart in the fast lane. See you soon, gearheads. Keep those engines revved and those motors spinning. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this with your fellow car lovers. And remember, if the car you're driving doesn't make you feel like a superhero, then you're driving the wrong one. The world's full of incredible machines that can turn your everyday commute into something epic, so don't settle. Friends with Benefits, driving off.